folks, welcome back to another daily reading. I am using the Lightseers Tarot, and I've laid your cards out in a Celtic cross formation. Your first card and your central theme is the Seven of Wands. I suspect that there is someone here who feels deeply attacked from every direction, like this is someone who cannot get very much rest. And I wonder if a breakup hasn't very recently happened. Maybe by the time you're watching this video, the breakup is only a few hours old. It was a major breakup. There's a real risk, or not the real risk, there's a real possibility, rather, that you're not going back to this particular person because a dream is dead. This is in your subconscious position. This is the Ten of Cups in reverse. This is the happy family image, at the very least, if not the actual reality, that's been busted. You might have tried to have created a happy family image with this particular person, but it didn't work out. People may have seen you as a happy family, but that's been busted. That's a myth that's been busted as well. In your past, I see your ex. This is the Knight of Pentacles. It's in reverse. This is someone who is completely stagnant to the point that they're not making any movement at all in life in general. It's possible that they were kind of shitty with their money, for instance. They may have been overweight. They may have been a slob, and let me just say that there's no problem with being fat, being overweight, being obese, or anything like that. But it's a sensation that I'm getting from this particular card. They may have struggled with bad eating habits, for instance. This may have been someone who wasn't willing to put in any work when it came to their relationship with you. This person may have not helped with any children around the house, if indeed there were any children. Now, I don't think that this person was very romantic either. Right here, this is in the conscious position with your ex appearing in the past. And I didn't get to say that the Knight is kind of a teenager-ish energy, so there may have been some emotional immaturity to go alongside this card. This is someone who could be slower paced just in general, but this is someone who has just stopped growing in life, just in general. Someone who's not very romantic. I feel like he does like flowers and chocolates on Valentine's Day, and that's about as romantic as this individual got. And I just feel like you had enough. It was any romance that there may have been was long dead, long over. Any kind of romance or fun, like, I don't think you guys had sex in a while. I don't feel like you guys have had a fun date in a while. You may not have gone on a date at all. Maybe for show. Maybe with some friends. Maybe you went on some double dates with some friends. Take that as it resonates. But this is a very performative kind of card in the context of this reading, okay? This is making a show in order to have people see what you want them to see. I don't get the feeling that this guy particularly cares. Guy, it could be a girl. It could be a non-binary individual. There is no gender in tarot, and if I ever fall into that trap, please excuse me, okay? In your future, you've got a choice that you can't turn back around from. Once this choice is made, you're never going to be able to see things the same way again. And people are not going to be able to stop talking about you either. They're also not going to be able to ever see you the same way ever again. So right now you're feeling attacked from all angles. In the future, there's a real possibility that you could make a very permanent choice when it comes to your relationship with this person. In that case, the cup would be running dry and you'd be serving that energy to yourself, ideally, hopefully, if that were to be your choice. Okay, you do have to make a choice to love yourself after this particular breakup. You do need to love yourself enough to get away from people who may be attacking you, to leave this person behind is a great choice. It's a powerful choice to make. There may be a lot of pressure surrounding you, seen with these crows around this figure's head. There may be a lot of people who really got invested in the image that you projected to them, to the community. And in that case, you're just going to have to throw up middle fingers and say, fuck you. This is for my ultimate happiness. This is for my ultimate good. There is the small risk that you could turn back around to this particular Knight of Pentacles, but I feel like that's strongly unlikely for a lot of you. Take care for the few who it is likely for. Take care that you don't go back to this particular person. Move forward. Bring things back into balance when it comes to taking care of your body. For instance, I feel like things are out of whack right now. I feel like you're under a lot of stress. And in fact, with your physical environment card, you've got a situation where you need a whole lot of sleep. You need to be in a position where you can turn your brain off for just a little bit, not think about the situation that you have found yourself in at this particular point. You need a serious break. This talks to me about being close to having like a real breakdown, a real meltdown. There's a lot of pressure that's surrounding you. Again, with that 2 energy, that's of the High Priestess. So you absolutely need to get to a place where you don't talk very often because you don't have to. You don't have to see people very often because you filter them out. You keep them out of your presence. You need to be in a state of recovery at this point. This is a really important thing that you need to be doing right now. Taking a break for yourself, learning how to meditate. If that's not something that you already do, learning how to meditate is going to be extremely helpful to you whenever you get the 4 of Swords, and especially in reverse. I find Insight Timer to be wonderful. There are a number of wonderful guided meditations here on YouTube, and you need to find your Jushti. You need to come to a place where you're able to meditate. You need to find your center so that when things are rapidly changing or when things are rough for you personally, that you have a grounded place that you can come back to over and over again, no matter what's happening, even if it's getting really, really rough in your life. In your hopes and your fears, I see that you are possibly afraid of being the master planner, the master executor of your own life. This is someone who knows what to do, knows when to do it, knows what steps to take to accomplish it, and inspires others to become their own masters of the things that they do in their own life. This is not someone who acts on impulse. I see you as someone who's kind of afraid of learning to take charge of your own life. I feel like you're possibly someone who prefers to have others tell you what it is that you need to do, what you need to think. This also has to do with spirituality. So this might mean for you coming into mastery over your own spirituality. In the past, you may have relied on others, such as a pastor, a priest, or somebody like that, an imam, to tell you what to think about your spirituality and your relationship with the universe, with source, with your deity or your deities, your ancestors. It doesn't matter. This is you being in complete charge of your personal connection between you and the guides, the source, ancestors, whoever they may be. You're in charge of that connection. There is no mediator between you and them. Okay? Become the master of what it is that you do. Have a reason for everything that you do, even if it's just resting. There needs to be a reason for that as well. This is your outcome. This is the 3 of Wands. This is about having results coming in that you were expecting, and there will be some unexpected results mixed in there too. But for the most part, This is about you enjoying what the universe has to offer when it comes to you doing the hard work that it will take to bring things back into balance once you make a choice that you can't go back from, or that you are very strongly recommended not to take back. This is going to take a lot of effort. You need to recover your energy right now. That is of the utmost importance right now. You need to sleep. You need to meditate. You need to do things that re-energize yourself, that bring your mind and your mental health back to a good place. I wish you a wonderful journey of healing. That's all for me. Thank you for watching.